Welcome back, students, to the mathematics class. And my dear students, as you are very well aware of this picture, which is right now on the screen, that we have learned about the addition and subtraction of the integers in the previous video. And if you have not watched the previous video, then once again I would request you that please go and watch the previous video, because that video is very much important, and everything whatever we are going to share with you regarding integers in this video is related to that video. So please, if you have not watched, then go and first watch the part 4th video. So students, in the previous video we have learned about the addition and subtraction of the integers, and there were so many plus, so many minus symbols we have used. And if any one of you is confused, then don't worry, I am here to remove all the confusions from your minds. So students, let's start. As you all know that in the previous video we learned about the addition of integers. This was our topic, and we have also learned about the subtraction of integers and addition of integers. So students, it's very easy to do the addition and subtraction of integers with number line if you have learned how to do the addition of integers without number line. As in the case of whole numbers, we learned that if we know how to do add and subtract the numbers, then we can very easily do this addition and subtraction on the number line. So same is in the case of integers. So first, it's important for us to learn the addition and subtraction of integers without number line, and once we have learned it, then to do it on the number line is very much easy for us. So one important thing that are the symbols, the symbol of plus and the symbol of minus. These two symbols are going to play very important role. And one important point that is I'm going to discuss now is that when these symbols are in multiplication, means when there is nothing between them, like in the previous examples you would have seen that I am doing like this, the 2 plus minus of 3. So many examples like this we have done. So here there is nothing between these two symbols, plus and minus, means there is no other symbol between them. There is only a bracket sign between them. So in these case, these symbols are considered to be in multiplication, whether it is like 2 plus minus 3, whether it is like 2 minus plus 3. These kind of situation when you are finding, then these symbols plus and minus are considered to be in multiplication. Means we have to find it a solution to this situation with the multiplication of these symbols plus and minus. When I am saying that plus minus is equals to minus, it means I am getting this with the multiplication of these two symbols. So the first important point we need to understand that when two operations plus and minus are multiplied, then what is the resultant symbol? When plus and minus or minus and minus, these kind of symbols are in multiplication, then what is the result? Like you have seen so many examples like this. Like the first one is plus 2 plus plus 3, means here plus and plus. One plus is in the bracket and the other one is outside. In this case, they are considered to be in multiplication, and when 2 plus are like this, means they are being multiplied, and 2 plus are multiplied, then they are resulted in the multiplication. So in the second case, like we have plus 2 and plus minus of 3. So again, there in the first part we have multiplied plus plus, in the second part we are multiplying plus and minus. I am just talking about the symbols. I am not talking about the numbers. I am just talking about the symbols, that when there is nothing between two symbols, then it means they are in multiplication. So here plus and minus, two symbols are combined together, and when these two symbols, one of positive sign and other of the negative sign, are combined, then they are converted into a negative symbol. Plus minus equals to plus multiplied with minus is resulted in minus. So this is the second rule. When two plus symbols are there in multiplication, then the resultant symbol is positive. When one positive and the other negative symbol is in multiplication, then the resultant symbol is negative. So plus 2 and plus of minus of 3. So this plus and this minus is turned into minus. So plus 2 and plus of minus 3 becomes plus 2 minus 3. So now what we are doing, we are subtracting 2 and 3, and when 2 is subtracted from 3, then we get 1. Now the question is that why minus 1 is there? Minus 1 is there because between 2 and 3, 3 is the bigger one and 3 is having a negative sign. And whenever we are performing addition and subtraction, then we always choose the symbol of the answer which is of the bigger number. In answer, that symbol is used, the number of the symbol of the bigger number. So in the next part, you can see that plus 2 and minus of plus 3. What we are doing here, plus 2 and minus of plus 3 means there is a minus sign and the plus sign is in the bracket. So again, minus and plus, or plus and minus, are multiplied. Minus and plus is equals to minus multiplied with plus, and minus and plus, when they are multiplied, then the resultant symbol is minus, as you can see here. So plus 2 minus plus of 3 becomes plus 2 minus 3, by the reason that when minus or plus and minus symbol are there in multiplication, then the resultant symbol is minus. So 2 minus 3 is equals to minus of 1, again by the same reason that bigger numbers symbol between 2 and 3 is bigger and 3 is having a negative sign. That's why answer is of negative sign. Again, in the next case, as you can see here, minus of 2 and minus of 3 means we are subtracting minus 2 and minus 3. We are subtracting two numbers. One number is minus 2 and the other number is minus 3. And there is a symbol of subtraction between them. Now what is there? Now two minus symbol, two negative symbols are in multiplication. In the previous three cases, in the first case, two symbol of plus were in multiplication. In the second case, one symbol of plus and the second symbol of minus was in multiplication. In the third case, one symbol of minus and the second symbol of plus was in multiplication. In the fourth case, both the symbol are minus and they are in multiplication. And when two minuses are there, then minus multiplied with minus becomes plus. So minus 2 subtracted with minus of 3 becomes minus 2 plus 3, by the reason that minus and minus equals plus, means minus multiplied with minus becomes plus. So minus 2 plus 3 is equals to plus of 1. Now you can see that answer is of plus 1 by the reason that between 2 and 3, 3 is bigger and 3 is having a positive sign. That's why answer is plus 1. So this thing that I have told you is very, very important. So if you have not got this, then please watch the video again and try to grab the concept. Even after that you don't get this, then please tell me in the comment section. I'll help you personally to understand the concept. Now I would like to summarize this, and in a very short and easy way I'm going to tell this, that one symbol of plus and the other symbol of minus are there and there is nothing between them. It means we are multiplying the two symbols plus and minus multiplied becomes minus. One is minus, other is plus. Even in the same case, plus and minus are multiplied and the resultant will be minus. If there is minus and minus, means both are minus sign. Whatever number is there, doesn't matter. We are just talking about the symbol of the number, that it will be plus or it will be minus. So one is of minus and the other is also of minus and nothing else is between them. It means they are in multiplication. So minus and minus will become plus. And plus is always plus. It's very easy and we all know this. So these four cases, once you have got this, they are going to help you for your whole life. So students, this is the one concept that is important to learn. And the next thing, And now we are going to see the all possible cases of addition and subtraction of integers which can be possible over there. So let's see. The case 1, that we are adding the two positive integers, one positive integer and the second positive integers. We are adding two positive integers like plus of 2 and plus of 1. Then which kind of operation is going to be performed? Addition is going to be performed. When we are adding two positive integers, then we are going to perform addition, and there will be 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Very easy. In the case second, when we are having a positive and a negative integer, means plus 5 and minus 3, one positive and the second negative. In that case, as I told you earlier, that plus minus becomes minus. So 5 minus 3 is equals to plus of 2. As I told you earlier, we have done this thing. Plus minus becomes minus, and 5 minus 3 is equals to plus of 2 by the reason that between 5 and 3, 5 is bigger and 5 is of positive sign. That's why answer is plus of 2. In the second case, you can see 3 plus minus of 5. Now the same thing, but the change of symbol will be there. 3 plus minus 5. Again plus minus will become minus, and 3 minus 5 will be minus of 2 by the reason that between 5 and 3, 5 is bigger and 5 is of negative sign. That's why it is minus of 2. For one more example, we can see 4 plus minus 1. That is 4 plus minus 1. Again plus minus will become minus. So 4 minus 1 is equals to plus of 3. Again by the same reason, this is plus because between 4 and 1, 4 is bigger and 4 is of positive sign. Vice versa, we will take minus of 4 and plus of 1. Minus of 4 plus of 1, what we have to do? We have to perform subtraction, and between minus 4 and plus 1, 4 is bigger and it is of negative sign. That's why answer is negative. Now in the case third, we are having both negative integers. So what we will do, we will see that both negative integers we have to take. Means the integers we are taking both should be of negative sign, and what we have to do, we have to perform the operation of addition. Like you can see here that one minus and the other minus, and what we are doing, we are adding them. So minus of 4 and minus of 5, and what we are doing, we are adding them. So what will be there? Again by the same rule that when plus and minus are there and no other sign is between them, then they are being multiplying. So plus minus becomes minus. So minus of 4 and minus of 5. Now this is one important point. When there are both negative integers and we are adding them, so we are adding them, so we are going to perform the addition here. I am repeating once again, both are negative integers but we are adding them, means there is a positive sign between them. So what will happen? My plus and minus will become minus. So minus of 4 and minus of 5. When we are adding 5 and 4, that is equals to 9, but here we are adding minus of 5 and minus of 4. So the answer is equals to minus of 9. Again you can say by the same rule that minus of 5 is bigger and this is of negative sign, so the answer is negative. Or you can also say that when there are two negative integers and you are adding them, then answer is always negative. Let's see the case 4. In the case 4, we having two positive integers but we are subtracting them. So what we will do, we will take an example. So we can see here that there is plus of 8 and there is plus of 3 and we are subtracting them. So minus plus, again it will become minus. So 8 minus 3 is equals to 5 because 8 is bigger and that is of positive sign. Very easy for us. Case 5. We are having first negative and the second positive integer and we are subtracting them. First negative integer, second positive integer, and we are subtracting them. The first negative integer we can take minus 6, second positive integer we can take plus 2, and we are subtracting them. Again by the same rule that minus plus becomes minus. So minus of 6 and minus of 2. Now what will happen? It will be just like the case of this one. That is the case third. Two negative integers are there minus 6 and minus 2. So what will happen? Here we will perform the operation of addition. Minus of 6, minus of 2. When both the numbers are of same sign, that means both are positive or both are negative, always addition is performed. So 6 and 2 becomes 8. Here is minus 6 and minus 2. So answer will be minus of 8. Keep this in your mind, that when both the numbers are of same sign, means both are positive or both are negative, then what will happen? Addition will be performed and symbol will be depending upon the bigger integer. Let's see the next case number 6. Case number 6, we are having one negative integer and the other negative integer, but we are subtracting them. Means in the previous case we have the negative integers, but we have one negative and one positive and we were subtracting them. Here we are having both positive and we are subtracting them. And I have told you that when there are both negative symbols and they are in multiplication, then minus and minus becomes plus. So minus of 9 and minus of minus 7, it becomes minus of 9 and plus of 7 by the rule that minus and minus in multiplication becomes plus. Now we are having a minus 9 and plus 7. So there are different symbol. So what will be happening? Here will do subtraction, and minus of 9 and plus of 7 when subtracted gives us minus of 2, by the reason that between 7 and 9, 9 is bigger and we always take the symbol of negatives, bigger number. Students, in between I would like to interrupt here, and I would like to say one thing, that if you feel that you are not understanding any question, any example, then just pause the video, reverse the video, and watch again and again. By watching again and again, it will help you to understand the concept. Okay, so come to the next case. In the next case, we having a positive integer and a negative integer, and we are subtracting them. The first integer is positive, second integer is negative, and we are subtracting them. So for example, we can take plus of 8, a positive integer, and minus of 2, a negative integer, and we are subtracting them. So what will happen now? Minus and minus, again they are in multiplication, and I have told you that minus and minus becomes plus. So 8 plus 2 means we are adding them, addition is being performed, and 8 plus 2 is equals to 10, and answer is positive because both are positive. So I hope you have understood this. So dear students, these are all possible cases of addition and subtraction of integers, and in your exercise questions there will be no questions which will be beyond these concepts, and once you understood these concepts, no question is going to bother you. Each and every question you will be able to solve very easily. So concentrate on these concepts and the examples I have shared you. There are in total 7 cases which I have explained here. So just go through these cases and solve the examples again and again, and you will get perfection in this. So now I'll do some exercise questions for you. So let's see. Exercise 6.2, question number 3rd we are going to see. By the reason that in question number 1 and question number 2 we have to use the number line, and the number line concept we will do in the next video. But now what we have learned, that how to add or subtract the integers without using number line. So let's see. Question number 3rd, part A, 11 plus minus of 7. So we have done this so many times. Plus and minus, it will become minus. So 11 minus 7, answer will be plus of 4, by the reason that between 11 and 7, 11 is bigger and it is of positive sign. In the next case, we have minus of 13 plus of 18. It is just like part A. In the next one, we have minus of 10 plus of 19. Plus is always plus. So it is also like the previous one. The part D is just like this. Let's see part E. In the part E, we have minus of 380, and we have a plus sign between them, and then minus of 270 is there. Minus of 380 plus minus of 270. So plus minus, as I have told you, it becomes minus. So minus of 380. and minus of 270. Now what we are having? We are having same sign and both signs are negative. So I have told you that when the both sign are positive or both sign are negative, then we always perform addition. But if both are negative, then the answer will be of negative sign, but we are performing addition, so we will add them. 0 plus 0 will be 0, and 380 to 70, how you can add them in this manner also? 0 plus 0 will be 0, 8 plus 7 will be 15, 1 will be carried out, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 1 carried out, it will become 6. So answer is 650 of negative sign. Minus of 650 is the answer. So that's why we will add or subtract the integers. So let's see question number 4. In the question number 4, we have to find the sum of 137 and minus 354. So what will happen? 137 plus minus of 354. Just like the previous questions we have done. So students, I will advise you that please solve exercise 6.2, question number 3, question number 4 and question number 5 yourself, and practice, because practice is the only way which can lead us to the success in mathematics. So students, I would like to stop today's teaching here with a beautiful thought. The thought says confusion is the fusion of thoughts and fission on feelings, said by a famous person, Aryan. So till we meet next time, keep practicing, keep revising. Have a good day.